The making of a stock picker. Peter's family does not have a good impression of the stock market, as they had lived through the Great Depression. The only investment that he had heard from his family was his grandpa buying a water utility stock and sold it after finding out it was an oil company. The stock went up 50-fold after he sold. Hence, he said that you don't need talent to be a good stock picker. He also explained about his humble beginnings. His dad passed away when he was 7, and he was raised by his single mother and wanted to ease her burden by working as a caddy at the age of 11. Peter pitied the kids that threw newspaper onto the lawn at 6 a.m. for 7 days in a row too, as Peter earns more than them all together in just one afternoon. As he grew older, he found other advantages of being a caddy, which was being close to the CEOs of big corporations. He would receive stock tips every now and then as a caddy. He carried caddying through high school into college, where he studies arts. He didn't take accounting, sciences, or math courses, and does history, philosophy, religion, and etc. Peter said that stock investing is an art, not a science. Plus, learning history and philosophy helped him more than just studying statistics. The only math you need for investing is just simple addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. Logic is the thing that gave him the most success in the stock picking. Peter also found Wall Street quite humorous at times, as Wall Street just thinks like the Greeks did back in the days. The Greeks would sit around and debate how many teeth does a horse have instead of actually checking the horse. Wall Street does the same. They just debate whether a stock is going up or down with financial jargons instead of actually checking the company. In the senior year, he went to Fidelity for the summer as recommended by Mr. Sullivan, a person he frequently caddied. Sullivan was the president of Fidelity, a shit golfer, but a great person and a good stock tipper. The reason he applied for Fidelity is because there are two mutual funds that perform so well compared to the rest of the industry and was hoping to learn from them. During Peter's summer internship, as a person with no corporate finance experience, he was still able to publish research reports, thus breaking the stigma and showed that even liberal arts major can analyze a stock. He then went back to Wharton and realized how wrong the professors were with the theories and complicated quantitative analysis. The only good thing in Wharton was his experience there, and he found his future wife. After he graduated, he served the military for 2 years as a lieutenant and came back to be a permanent employee in Fidelity. When Peter took over the Magellan Fund, it had $20 million in assets and had 40 stocks in the portfolio. Fidelity's head, Nat Johnson, recommended him to trim it down to 25 stocks. Peter listened politely and went on to increase it to 150 stocks instead. He didn't do it purposely to piss off Nat, but did it because there's so many bargains available. Nat was an open-minded person and supported him as long as Peter can get the results. He cheered him on even though their investing philosophy differs. Wall Street even made fun of him as a person that never saw a stock he doesn't like. During the time he wrote the book, he owns about 1,400 different stocks. Although the beta males of Wall Street kept poking at him, he kept his Sigma mentality and grew the fund size to $9 billion, which basically outperformed 99% of them. In this chapter, we learned that you don't need to have talent, or a degree in finance, or even experience in corporate finance to analyze a stock. You just need to think logically and do actual research on the company. Another lesson to learn is that there is no singular right way to invest. Picking stocks is an art, and everyone's style of investing may differ. As long as over the long term, you produce desirable results. Also, Wall Street isn't as smart as you think they are.